Hello and welcome back to the Aztecs. Last time, well, we ended up in a war with Castile, or Castile decided to declare war on us. I forgot to check if I'll actually lose the westernization process, but if I do, I can't actually help it because, well, I'm pretty sure the Castilians will actually take more or less all of my colonies here, and well, I can't actually do anything against it. So I'll simply have to sit by and wait, and then we'll see what happens there. I'll probably just do the easy thing with this army since it won't be needed anymore. Despawn it and use the one that I am currently in the process of training up here. And of course we have the pretender rebels actually attacking that army, which is kind of hilarious in its own way. Yeah, apparently there are reactionaries rising up basically everywhere, and government officials resist westernization, ignore the demands. So yeah, I guess the Castilians will have to deal with them as well, but for the time being I'll just be focusing on trying to colonize north. Once again, I have no idea if I can actually bribe the Castilians out of this by offering them basically every single colony that they're sieging. We're at 60 now. They will have to say yes at 100, I believe. And let's see here. Yeah, I will also bribe them with some money, or just a little bit. But for now, they'll probably end up with basically all of my colonies, and probably some of my mainlands as well, as terrible as it might sound. But there aren't really that much I can do at this stage. My armies are weaker than theirs. I can't even face my rebels here. So it will definitely be a difficult time ahead, and hopefully I can, to some extent, try and drag this war out. Because if I do simply drag it out, then the truce timer will be running or it will take a longer time for the truce timer to run out, and thus I'll have more time to basically put myself in a better position where I might be able to fight them off in the next war. So hopefully I can keep the truces running, and hopefully I can ally either Portugal, England, or someone before the next war begins. But as I said, as of now, things are not looking that great. Castile does not want part of the offer. They do not want Caqueta. So yeah, I'm definitely starting to get myself into a very troublesome situation here. So we'll have to see what they actually end up with. Might even lose up here, up to Zapotec, and that would really screw me over. But there are limits to what I can do, and as things are looking now, then things are not looking good. Let's just end it there. So I'll go ahead, allow the Castilians to finish this war of theirs, and then we'll see how we stand afterwards. Here it is, the Catholic faith. Some of our people feel us. If we are already under Western influence, we should also become Catholic. I must confess that this sounds good. So as you can see, I don't actually have a choice in the matter. I simply become Catholic. Nothing to say. I can't even protest. And in order to actually convert my country fast enough, I think I actually have to take the counter-reformation until the point here. And the fact now that I am Catholic should mean that I potentially can start trying to get alliances with, say, Portugal and England. So hopefully I can pull that off, because that would definitely, well, we're far away from terms here. Let's see with the Portuguese. Aztecs war with 68 points, neutral attitude, army strength, distance between borders, navy strength, diplomatic reputation, all that. So basically, by westernizing and then boosting our stats, we'll be looking out a lot better. But for now, I don't really have that much to do. As I said, simply have to wait for Castile to make up their minds. Hopefully have someone attack them, but I kind of doubt that that we'll be able to here. Let's see here. Peace offer from Austria, of all people. I'm actually at war with Portugal too. 10 regiments rise up in Guatemala. So yeah, the reactionaries are definitely a pain in the ass to deal with. And well, I guess I'll accept that white piece. I believe also that will help me a little bit with other things here. Actually, a war with England here. So England at war with Castile, and hopefully that means that I can now start solving or cause some problems for them. I guess it's the right way of saying things. And Austria now commands enough. Well, I'll accept that military access from England. And we'll also go ahead here, and where is it? There was something I was supposed to fix. It's not boost stability, but it's yeah, it's the rebels. I'll go ahead and accept their demands. Because say prestige and westernization lose something. Doesn't really care, to be honest. So for now, we'll simply have to sit by and see what happens here. If the English can actually start causing troubles for the Castilians and vice versa, then potentially we could get something good out of this. Let's see, the war with England. Who are England allied with? The blockades. England allied with Lithuania and Brittany. It seems that no one actually joined the war. So that's kind of funny. It's actually the conquest of Lothian. So the English will not be fighting the Castilians, as it were. So for the time being, I'll just be, as I said, sit by and see what we figure out here. There is one small problem with the fact that I now have become Catholic, or small. The administrative costs for, well, boosting myself have risen pretty damn high, and the serfs have to belong on their turfs because, well, things are screwing up. The Castilians aren't actually doing anything, they're just sitting down here watching the grass grow, and I can't say that I care too much about these revolutionaries. It's kind of weird that they aren't actually rising up in the Castilian provinces. I do have patriot chances, but they're ridiculously low. Or no, they're not actually low if you add them all up, so it's kind of weird that no one has actually risen up. But nothing I can actually do about it right now. The Portuguese want military access, we'll give it to them. And I'll just continue. I guess we'll go for straight out colonization out of North America rather than anything else. Because, well, we can't actually do anything else. And the Aztec reactionaries will simply go ahead and agree to their terms. Because before I actually start getting the points, there is no real reason for me to actually start fighting them more or less. But for now, I'll start, as you know, trying to get the colonies of North Coast ready, fight Shawnee, fight Creek, try and set myself up to fight Castile further down the line. But as of now, we don't really have that much to do here, and as you can see, it shows superiority. No one actually has a ticking war score, and that is definitely a positive thing for me, because that means that the Castilians won't actually get any more war score than they already have. And also since I am now converting my provinces back, things will definitely be looking better. And if we take a quick look on the map, most of the provinces are actually converted. The problems will be the ones that the Castilians currently are holding. And here's the funny thing: due to the fact that I now have Western tech, I can go ahead and take constable, military, and a lot of other things, but I will not be using admin points. Perhaps diplomacy and military points, or I'll definitely be using them. I guess we'll go for the tax reduction. But it will definitely be interesting to see what the hell the Castilians are doing, because as of now they're just sitting there accruing war exhaustion, or I am at least. So current ruler will die. You spoiled little runt. Father, he says, his sword pointing at you. Your rule has brought this nation to the brink of destruction and shame to our family. He looks nervously at his co-conspirators. An otherworldly sense of fatigue washes over you. Betrayal in your own midst. The palace coup. So basically, the westernization is currently running my land to a crappy state, but this guy is better than that guy, and that's why the spoiled little runt dies. And what an heir, people, what an heir. I'm not even going to try to pronounce his name. 543 is pretty damn good, so please do allow the coup again. So, wow. 30 noble regiments rise up. That's bad, I can't fight them. So yeah, I'll be saving up to 999 points, and then we'll start getting some points back here. Let's see, make it happen, or it's pointless distraction more or less. But yeah, I'll simply, I think, agree to whatever the noble rebels want. And as you can see, I actually have some help here in the Aztec patriots, and I'm pretty sure they'll rise up more as time passes, because, well, it doesn't make too much sense for this to continue. And it's also kind of funny that the Spaniards have luck and positive stability on their side along with legitimacy. This is kind of bad here. I should be able to fight 1,000 men, but I can't actually march on them, so I have no idea how I would go ahead and do that. So for now, I'll just sit by and see what happens. It seems they are dealing with the rebels now, and well, that's good at least for me. I guess it could help. I guess we'll direct his efforts somewhere else. Tamaulipas. Sure, province, you can work somewhere else, I guess. So yeah, I'll have to see how this actually turns out, but for now it definitely doesn't look good. So hopefully I can, to some degree, get a peace deal here with the Castilians. Wow. Let's see here. Does not want part of the offer. They don't actually want any of this? What the hell? Okay, this doesn't make sense. I'll not be taking that once, but I want to keep this. No, I'm handing over everything here. That's how it works. Let's see here. Can I actually just save myself by handing over those three, or... Yeah, it seems that I can simply... Overextension. It's actually going to give them tons of overextension now. And that is why they won't actually take that many provinces. Hallelujah! I guess warfare really helps, but I don't actually want to give them this island because I want to keep it. And let's see, do you guys want this instead? Do not want Quito, do not want Caqueta. No, I'll simply give them the isle and I'll take it back later, I guess. And can I give you that one too? Yeah, that's enough to actually make them give me the peace deal here. So I think we'll actually go ahead and get the peace deal done. 600 and something ducats. I actually have to pay those 600 and something ducats to get a peace deal. So we'll have to take a loan, it seems. And that'll be bad in its own right. So let's see, can I sue for peace now? Before they siege anything else, I might add. Yeah, they'll take this deal. So basically I'll be losing 4 provinces, but it's definitely looking better than what it did in the beginning. So we'll go ahead and send that offer. And with this we can also, I think, have the noble rebels give up their pursuit here. Accept demands. 50 prestige, 50 legitimacy, lose 200 something ducats. Wow, this is bad, but I'll have to accept. Wow. Use that. I actually need to boost stability now, I think. I'll go ahead and convert the rest of the provinces and then we'll do a boost stability, but things are looking seriously bad now. Did I lose? No, I do have all my cores. I don't think, no, I didn't actually make a core on that one, but I do have the reconquest now on Castile, so hopefully I can make this work. If not, I'm definitely in heaps of trouble, and I will have to take one hell of a loan, which ain't funny either. So we'll see how things go. Let's see, gain 1 base tax, reconquest against Castile. How many loans did I take? That's a lot of loans. So what will we have to do here? We'll basically have to go down in army maintenance, in fleet maintenance. I don't want to go down in colonial maintenance, but if not, then we'll be screwed over by basically my amount of loans. And I guess I'll just have to agree to whatever terms the rebels will ask of me for some time. But at least we survived the first assault of Castile. We are now Catholic, and we are very soon to be, hopefully very soon to be westernized as well, and that should hopefully be enough here to make things work. What we will be doing, I guess, is sacrificing some of my not send a missionary, harsh treatment in everywhere to try and help myself a little bit. So yeah, I'll go ahead, continue, and we'll see how this experiment of mine turns out. Hallelujah! As you see here, we have a new king, and he is glorious. The king, that is. And we have a glorious heir as well. The only problem is he's a little low in diplomacy, but what I'll really be needing is administrative and military. So they're both pretty damn great. And we also got proof legitimacy, gives me some extra administrative power and prestige, basically get back 100. And the heir actually did that on his own. So let's see here. We can, I guess we'll create a proper fleet council and see if we get something better, because we'll not be able, or we can't afford, I guess is the right word, to build anything anytime soon. And also, as you can see, the admin points are definitely going down. So we'll try and get ourselves down to or basically get religious unity to 100%, and then we'll get that done. As you can see, it isn't really that long, a year or two, and by that we should also have full-on administrative powers. So things are looking up, and we'll most likely end this here because, well, we did at least get rid of Castile. The problem is that they'll probably be back around, well, 4 years time, and that will not be good. So we definitely need to try and get our military tech up. And once we have actually caught up with Castile and everyone else, I believe they're at 11 or 12, 13 actually, then we can start trying to fight them. But until that point, we'll have to just focus on colonization, vassalizing the natives in this area, and basically fight colonial wars against Castile, England, and, well, Portugal. And hopefully we can take the Southern and North America for ourselves, and we'll probably also try and get ourselves into Europe here. I have no idea. I might actually have to aim at vassalizing, let's say, take Provence here, or fight a war against Brittany, take Maine, release Provence, and then use that to make things work. But as you can see, the English are being trashed by the Swedish, Portuguese, and Austrian alliance, and I do not like the view of Austria, so it will definitely be hard. Worst case scenario here is actually that they will be able to go through with the reforms, and if they do, then I'll basically have to try and wrestle Amsterdam out of Holy Roman Empire hands, which definitely will hurt a lot. But for the time being, we're looking at pretty great. We are more or less set to start getting some positive points there for the westernization, and thus we can also start getting, well, small lands in well, over here, I guess I should say, in America. And then we can also start, to some extent, try to plot ourselves, or try to find a way for us to get into Europe itself. A possibility here is to attack Tunisia, simply go for the vassalization of them, eat North Africa, and then basically use that as my base to launch attacks into Europe itself. Scotland would definitely be a good ally to have, or vassalization victim, whatever you want to call them. Provence is definitely a target to try and use here. Foix perhaps, or some of these could be a way to try and eat Castile. And Galicia is definitely, if they do exist by that time, a potential choice. So Granada, there's a lot of things that I can use. We'll simply have to try and figure it out when the time comes. But the first wars will definitely just be wars to secure myself in North America, to gain power and all that. So for the time being, we'll just continue trying to colonize and trying to get westernization done. Thank you for watching. Please leave a comment, praise, criticism, anything you feel like, and I'll see you around next time. Bye.